Well, good afternoon, everybody. Ethan back for a beer review, and I'm going to be reviewing, rest in peace, you can see from the name, Keystone Ice. Recently been announced by Molson Coors that Keystone Ice is being discontinued, along with 11 other brands. Sad to see it go, but again, I'm not surprised. Always been a favorite ice beer of mine. I got the 24-ounce can from the Tall Boy from Ingles for $1.50. So I got two cans for $3 total. Not a bad deal, huh? 5.9% alcohol. I'm just eating a little lunch while I review it. I thought I'd come on here and review Keystone Ice while I eat lunch. So yeah, Molson Coors announced that they were discontinuing it. When I got it at Ingles, there were 3 on the shelf. I got 2, so I left 1 for, whoever might want it to review it. I've reviewed it once before on my channel, about 8-9 months ago. But I wanted to come on and review it again to kind of give it a farewell. Already poured it. Actually tried to do a video earlier, but it didn't take on StreamYard. Got my Coors Banquet glass, big wide brim glass, holds a whole 24-ounce Tall Boy. Let's go ahead and pour the rest in there. 5.9, introduced in 1994, brewed by Coors Brewing Company / Molson Coors. So again, it's always been one of my favorites. The appearance is light golden, ascending bubbles, small head. Usually ice beers, I've noticed, have a smaller head. Let's go ahead and get an aroma on it. I get a faint sort of corn, maybe a little barley, kind of a clean water smell. Not a whole lot of aroma. Let's go ahead and try it. I've already tried it. I had it open for a while now because the other video didn't work out. Light, crisp, refreshing, drinkable. It's hot today. Goes great on a hot day like today. Hit the spot. Went walking earlier. It's so hot and humid outside. I think it's 93 today. And this just really hits the spot after that. I wanted to review it, give it an adieu. While I ate a little lunch. Go ahead and get the rest in there. Again, 45 on Beer Advocate. They don't like it. They don't like a lot of ice beers. So this one was one of the ones that got discontinued, as well as Steel Reserve Triple Export, the 8% version in the black and brown can. Not the 211 Steel Reserve 6%. That one's still going, so that's good. I thought that one was one of them, but it's not. Magnum Malt Liquor is one of the others that is being discontinued, but I've never actually seen that one. I never seen it in Georgia. I don't know if you can get it here, but I've never seen it, so that one I won't miss. But Keystone Ice, again, I've always liked it. I've always preferred it over Natural Ice, Milwaukee's Best Ice. I used to see Milwaukee's Best Ice more when I lived further from Atlanta, but now that I'm a little closer to Atlanta, I don't see that one as much for some reason. But that one always had a little kick to it. This one is probably the most drinkable of the ice beers, so I think that's why a lot of people are sad to see it go, because it was a favorite of a lot of people's in the beer community. I know it's been one of my favorite ice beers when I get ice beer, which is not often. I would say in the last year, I probably got this, maybe 3 times in the last year, so not a lot. But when I get ice beer, this is probably my favorite to get. Again, it's just so drinkable. It's refreshing. Some people comment that it has a Coors Banquet type flavor. That could just be because we kind of associate it with Coors from being from Molson Coors and brewed in Colorado. So we think, it kind of tastes like Coors, but it kind of does. It has a little banana carbonated presentation that Coors Banquet has. Again, crisp, refreshing, highly carbonated. Kind of tastes like Budweiser mixed with Stella Artois, like a maybe in between those two. A little more kick and heft than Budweiser, but not as hoppy as a Stella Artois or a Heineken, something like that. Again, just thought I'd come on here, eat a little lunch, review Keystone Ice, give it a farewell. Got a sandwich I made. Turkey, Munster cheese, lettuce, and pickle with some mayo and mustard. Very delicious. I love a nice sandwich on a hot summer day. It hits the spot. Again, 45 on Beer Advocate. They hate it. And they do officially say on Beer Advocate now, no longer brewed. The availability is, nixed. None, no more. 45 Beer Advocate. So 27-year lifespan, 94 to 2021. It's the end. This is the end. My only friend, the end. It's the end for Keystone Ice, but, it's not the end of the world. There's other good beers that I'll drink. Honestly, I got Miller High Life and Pabst Blue Ribbon more than I ever got this, but this has always been, again, as I've said many times already, one of my favorite ice beers. Probably my favorite. I mean, Natural Ice, Milwaukee's best ice. They're just not quite as drinkable as this one. Molson Ice, never had it. I've seen it, never had it. What are some other ice beers? I'm kind of drawing a blank. Natural Ice is probably the one you see the most around here. You see this often too, but more likely you'll find this in a gas station or a grocery store retail chain than you will a liquor store. Liquor stores, for some reason, don't tend to sell this a lot, Keystone Ice. I don't know why, but light to medium bodied, highly carbonated like a Budweiser, kind of getting some Coors Banquet notes from it. It does kind of have that. So when I've heard other reviewers, comment to that, I do kind of get that, especially as it warms. Some of the sort of ice beer aspects kind of die down, and you get more of a beer, malty, kind of banana Coorsy flavor as it warms slightly. $1.50 for a 24-ounce can, can't beat it. It's always been one of the cheapest beers, period. Ice beer or non-ice beer. You can get a 6-pack of pint cans for $4.99. It's a great deal. It's always a sub-premium price, but to me, not a sub-premium beer. It's pretty good. Sad to see it go, but again, that's the world we live in. Molson Coors said they wanted to, focus more on their premium brands, which probably means craft beer, maybe like hard seltzers and flavored beers and the more nuanced stuff that we have nowadays. So a lot of the beers that they discontinued were kind of the old school blue collar, your uncle drinking after work kind of beer, so to speak. And those kind of beers are kind of on the way out. We live in a seltzer flavored Four Loko-y, cherry, lemonade, seltzery, Bud Light seltzer, lemonade, Coors, raspberry. I don't even know if that's a thing, but that's kind of where we are with alcoholic beverages today, more so than like regular old beer or ice beer. So I'm assuming bad sales contributed to this getting discontinued, as well as some of the others in the list. It's 11. Again, Magnum malt liquor, Triple Export, Still Reserve, 8%. Miller High Life Light was one of them. Never had that anyway. I like Miller High Life just fine. I don't need a light Miller High Life. So that one I won't. That doesn't affect me in any way. But yeah, 11 brands they're getting rid of. And from the list of 11 that I saw, this one jumped out to me the most. I was like, oh no, Keystone Ice, pretty good ice beer, a favorite of many and a favorite of mine. So what kind of score would I give it? It's good. I mean, 92 all day, every day for sure. Goes great with lunch, sandwich. It's refreshing and drinkable with a little more kick than, say, a Budweiser or a Coors. Solid A minus. A really good ice beer. If you see it in your area, definitely get it. It's discontinued, so what's on the shelf is that's the only availability there is. So get it and try it if you see it in your area. Uh-oh, I got them. Lizzie, it's okay. It's okay. Got the dog barking. Got neighbors moving in. If you get it, if you see it in your area, definitely try it and buy it, one last time. It's no longer, no more. So get it, review it. That's what I wanted to do. Get on here and give it one last farewell. 92 out of 100 for the rest in peace Keystone Ice from 1994 to 2021. That'll be it for this review. Cheers, and thank you for watching this live broadcast.